So I'm doing basically a sound video of the Akrapovic Thai exhaust on the XSR900, or I call it XSR850. So I just installed the exhaust last night, and it's so it's brand new. I haven't even started it up yet. Brand new. So this is how it sounds, brand new. Usually when exhaust is newer, it actually sounds a little bit. I think it's a little bit louder than when it's, after a couple thousand miles, it's actually a little bit quieter. And I believe the reason for that is just the carbon buildup. When there's a little bit more carbon buildup in the exhaust, it actually helps absorb some of the sound. So this is about as loud as it gets until obviously the packing in the muffler starts to wear away. Then it will get louder from that as well. But yeah, but as far as being new goes, it's usually a little slightly louder. So right now the bike is dead cold. Like I said, I haven't even started up the exhaust yet, so I have no idea how it sounds. So this is first for you guys, but it's also first for me. So the camera setup that I'm using is the same, my iPhone, same one as the Terminati sound video that I have. Same microphone. I'm using the Rode microphone, directional microphone, with that bushy thing that blocks the sound of wind. So hopefully you don't hear the wind sound. Let's see. So I'm about 10 feet away. I have the measuring tape out. You can see it right there. Right. So I'm about 10 feet away. Basically, right where the exhaust pipes are pointing, just like how I did on my Terminati video. So basically, I'm trying to replicate as much as possible. Given the same conditions as much as possible. The only difference is it's a different day and a different exhaust. Oh, the other thing is that could also be different. It's the tune. So when I had the Terminati in here, I had the stock tune, right? Stock flash tune. Whereas now, since then, I've done the flash tune on it. I'm using the grades flash tune. So that for flash tuning it, because the feeling is slightly different, it's gonna sound a little bit different from that as well. Usually when things are richer, when the FP ratio is richer, it will actually be quieter. So the richer it is, the quieter it is. So I know we know that stock is pretty leaner than stoic. So it tends to be a little bit louder. So when you get to stoic, it's actually pretty quiet. And richer than stoic, it'll actually be even quieter. So alright, so let's begin. I'm gonna start it up while it's cold and let it idle down. Then I'll do a walk around. Actually, I haven't started this bike in quite a while. Maybe like almost a month now. But hopefully it starts right up. Real easy, actually. Kind of surprised by that. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty deep, actually. But let's let it, give it a few minutes and let it idle down. Then I'll do a walk around. for like a month. We've had so many spiders this spring. I had so much spider webs on the bike. So after this, I'm gonna take the bike out on a ride. So if it doesn't rain, it's supposed to rain a little bit. We'll see. Revving up to 8,000. So I'm gonna rev it up again, probably up to 8,000 again. I'm gonna try and call out some of the rev amount. See, maybe like at 5,000, 6,000, etc. so yeah, that was up to 8,000. It sounds compared to the Dominani, at least to my ears anyways, it sounds a little bit quieter than the Dominani. Slightly quieter, not as deep. The Dominani is definitely deeper. So this is a little bit quieter, and not as deep. It's not that raspy. I was expecting it to be more raspy. I'm listening to videos of other folks, on their bikes, and I guess it's just they're recording or whatever, but live here it doesn't sound that raspy, which is actually a good thing. I wasn't, I was kind of concerned about the raspy sound, and boy, it stinks too, because this is the brand new exhaust, everything's new. I can smell stuff, all the new stuff starting to burn off, whatever oils and such stuff that's on the new exhaust. I can smell all that stuff. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna make another video with the dB, testing the dB sound level, and I'm gonna use the same microphone and everything, and the same app, so that way everything's repeatable. But I'm gonna be using a different camera. That other camera I'm using is just gonna show the dB numbers. Alright, so thanks for watching. Stay tuned.